Good morning, Grant County. We're back. This segment is sponsored by YMCA at Snow Mountain Ranch. That's snowmountainranch.org. Tons of family activities, summer and winter. Lots of great things to do out there. Our guest today is Lisa Nagy with Kemper Reserve National, and you've got a ton of information. We're going to talk healthcare today. Yeah. So have you ever been out to Snow Mountain Ranch?
Yeah, I have. I love it out there.
So what's your favorite activity out there?
I love the waterfall hike.
Oh yeah, the waterfall hike.
Cross-country skiing is great. That's out awesome. There.
Yeah, I learned to kayak out there. It's a great place.
Yeah.
So we're going to talk today about a really hot topic. A lot of unanswered questions, a lot of people not sure what's happening, and obviously we're not going to solve any of those issues today, but you have tons of information about healthcare and the market today, and so how did you get into the healthcare business? How did you get so much information about healthcare?
Well, I started as a licensed insurance agent about 2 years ago now. So I work with Kemper Reserve National, and we help people find healthcare policies for them, their families, small businesses. We look at the best thing for them as we can.
So a lot of folks get insurance through their jobs for their families, but a lot of folks have to go out and look for themselves, for their families, or for themselves as an individual. So what kind of options do I have for health insurance?
So you have a couple options. You can go through the ACA, Connect for Health Colorado. That's going to give you the healthcare plans. Aetna, Blue Cross Blue Shield, and Kaiser Permanente are the three places that are going to offer health care for your families. Or you can also look for private health insurance, which is what I represent. With that, you can pretty much get the same policies. You're going to see a little bit better rates, and you're going to see a little bit better access to the doctors that you want to see.
So. With private health insurance versus...
Yep.
And then in some places, the Affordable Care Act doesn't cover based on location in the state. Is that correct?
Right. So if you're in a rural area, your proximity to healthcare facilities is usually a lot farther away. And so with that access to healthcare being less, your rates are going to be a little bit higher. You may see that you're going to have to go to certain doctors. You may have to have a little bit longer drive.
So like staying in network?
Yeah, you're going to have to stay in network, and you may be forced to go to another community to go to the doctor. Yeah,
because obviously if I have an emergency and I need to use my insurance, it's not going to be very helpful for me to have to drive to
Denver. So there is a clause in most insurance policies where if it's an emergency, that an emergency room is going to take you. But for any sort of procedure or illness or having to be admitted to the hospital, you're going to want to be in network to see the repricing scheduling. You're just going to get lower prices.
So some other things about Affordable Care Act versus private health insurance. What are some other things to kind of weigh when I'm making those options?
Well,
do I need to look at both of them before I really make my final decision?
Yeah, you definitely do. With the Affordable Care Act, you're going to look at where you live. You're also going to have to look at what kind of coverage you want. Sorry.
Because there's a tier level of what all I can purchase. So tell me, what are some of the general options that families will choose?
So up here in Grand County, you do have access to a couple gold plans, some silver plans, bronze, and I think one platinum plan. The platinum plan is going to give you the highest amount of coverage. The premiums are going to be the highest. The bronze plan is going to give you the lower coverage, lower copay, 60-40%. So you're going to be responsible for 40% of your healthcare bills. Up here, there's not a lot of platinum plans. Most of them are bronze plans, actually. So.
And it seems to me like people are pretty healthy up here. A lot of people lead healthy lifestyles.
Right.
So why is that so different? Because you'd think that they would want to have more healthy people in their pool.
Right, and that's where private health insurance comes in, and that's the why we are able to insure those people. If you are healthier, your premiums are going to be lower. We're going to look at pre-existing conditions and determine a premium based on that, not necessarily based on your location, where you live, and things like that. Another good thing about private health insurance is that you're going to be able to pick your own doctor and pretty much go wherever you want with that too.
So not like an HMO or
it's not a HMO or a PPO. We accept any doctor. We do have a health network that we use for repricing, but for the outpatient visits and things like that, you can go to any doctor you'd like to.
Gosh, this topic is so complex and there's so much to talk about. And then after the break, we'll come back and we'll talk about a few of the other options that people have. And I know a lot of people have been asking questions and things. So when we come back from the break, we'll talk more with Lisa Nagy with healthcare. This is here on Channel 18.